afternoon. Actually, Mary gave me a very good segue into kind of the career that I've put together, and never really with formal training for it. Let me kind of begin by telling you that I start off with a Ph.D. in chemistry and surface physics, shall we say more than 25 years ago. I came to the Capital District when I got a job at General Electric and spent about 9 years there evolving to work on projects that were in those days in plastics and aerospace. In the early 90s, when GE spun out of all of the defense industries, I acquired a technology and started a little company locally, Molecular Optoelectronics, and we had a very good run for the next 10 years. I'm employee number one. We grew to about 230 employees, and we shipped a little over $1 million worth of product each week at about 85% margin. And God, were those the days. So in 2003, we shipped about $16 million worth of product the first quarter, and in second quarter, we shipped $168,000 worth of product. So the old adage of it's not speed kills, it's the sudden stop. I learned to pivot the hard way. You know, when your customers are little companies like Lucent and Marconi Communications and they go bankrupt, then you should have seen this coming. So there was a rather abrupt stop in the telecom industry in those days. That sent me off into the space of, let's remember back in 2000, there weren't a lot of venture-funded startups in the Capital District. So most of my opportunities were outside of this region of New York State, and that led to the genesis of the Colonie Group, which was in those days a collection of 6 of us who had a lot of experience at growing technologies, going out into the marketplace and helping young technology companies and even large technology companies with new products get them to market, mature them and get them to market. And I've actually crossed over to the dark side, so let me say that now my role is I'm the guy that the venture capitalists send in the morning that we announce to the employees that senior management has been replaced and we're going to restructure your company. So we go full circle on this stuff. But it all comes from the same lessons learned. And those lessons in technology are really that everything has a value proposition. You know, time is your enemy is the first element I've put up here. And that is that, you know, whether you have interactions with customers or interactions with suppliers or interactions with your team, you know, human resources, you know, time is a very important commodity that none of us place in its proper position for value. If it takes you weeks to make a decision, then that's a very costly decision. In my chemistry days, we used to joke about the physics community because physicists are notorious for doing a $10,000 experiment for $100 worth of information. But you can't do that in a technology company. If you delay talking to your customers, you've made it a very costly delay. You have to pay for your people. You have to pay for everything that's involved in that delay. And most technology people try to be expert at everything. You cannot be expert at everything. So you turn to people that we've met here today who have a unique set of skills to offer. And that helps you compress the time. Probably the most successful attribute that I have, recognized attribute that I have for technology ventures, is my ability to say, I don't know that, get me someone who does. This costs money, but normally speaking, the value of what you invest to get the right person is a lot less than the value of the dollars or time you will waste by trying to catch up to yourself. And finally, on these bullets, I just want to call your attention to the fact that partners improve your speed to market. You have to have partnerships to be able to move your technologies or your ideas to the marketplace. It simply takes too long for you to try to do it yourself, and there's just not enough capital in the world, though let me caveat that by saying there certainly is more venture capital in the world chasing bad ideas than we all think of. So don't worry about the capital. If you've got a great idea and a great execution plan, capital will follow you. Thank you.